All right, we are going live. 3, 2, 1. I am your host, as always, Preston Bailey, Smash Mouth Sports. With me, as always, is Cam Vieira, the co-host. But even more exciting than all of that, we've got Nick Wize.
What's up, fellas? Appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. And we got to give the full introduction. 95.3 W8, 93.3, 95.5, the Nick Wize Show, podcasts all over the world. Did I hit that right, Nick, or did I miss 3 other stations?
There are a couple other stations, but they're not in Tampa, so we won't worry about them. You did great, man. I really appreciate you guys having me on, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys.
Absolutely. We appreciate you coming on for a few minutes, giving us your time. So we're growing. You know, I'm based in Tampa. Cam's in New England. That's why he doesn't know how to spell properly. I know he misspelled your name on Twitter. I've told him, Nick, that he's going to have to fight Conor McGregor to the death. Is that fair for a misspelling?
I mean, yeah, a lot of people struggle with my last name. It's Wize, and so when I saw the S, I wasn't mad about it. Everyone does that, but I can't not help but to be that dick who, the grammar Nazi on social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Absolutely. It's all good, right? No worries. But let's get into it. A lot of excitement here in Tampa. People are going buck wild. The Bucks, as we all know, unless you've been living under a rock, won 30-20 this last weekend. Tom Brady played great. I'm so excited I can't even say his name. Leonard Fournette, the whole Bucks team, beat Drew Brees, 3 interceptions. So, Nick, what was your takeaways from the Bucks win? Just kind of an overall, what was your thoughts on it?
I mean, my takeaway from the game is Devin White is the best linebacker in football, and he just makes a difference for the Buccaneers entirely as a team. I mean, you look at the game against Washington, and, you had Taylor Heineke looking like the best quarterback in the NFL out there. And, I think the reason why he ran wild and looked so good was in part to Devin White not being there. So having Devin White back on the field, to me, was a game changer. He had the fumble recovery, he had the interception, and just overall, he looked like the best linebacker in football. And to me, that was the difference between the game against the Washington football team and then the game against the New Orleans Saints. So Devin White, hats off to that guy. He is the MVP of the Bucs right now.
You're 100% right. I mean, I got the numbers here. 11 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, pass deflection, recovered a fumble, got interception. I mean, this guy checked as many boxes as you could possibly check. I mean, I don't think I've had that great of a game on a linebacker on Madden on rookie mode. I mean, he literally nailed every single position. You're right. He was definitely the key difference maker. And what a lot of people, I'm sure, may remember, maybe they don't remember if they were having too much to drink, but that game was close. It was 20-13. The Bucs were down with roughly 3.5 minutes to go in that game. And he makes what I believe is the play of the game, picking up that fumble, taking it back several yards, and I thought it looked phenomenal. So what do you think about that, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely the game changer without a doubt. I literally mean this when I think that Devin White is the best linebacker in football. I can't name anyone that is better than him right now, and he makes the biggest difference in this team. And, especially, I thought he did a good job on Kamara as well, especially with the Saints. A lot of their throws are, 5-6 yards at best, and that plays right into the linebacking core of the Buccaneers, which we all know are very strong. And you got to give credit to the secondary as well. Michael Thomas was pretty much erased from the game, and that was a big factor as well. So overall, I give the credit to the defense. I thought the offense, I thought there's room for improvement, especially with the passing game. But I really credit this win to the defense, and they put the offense in great situations.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if you can see, Cam's got his TB12 hat on, because I know Cam has his morning scoop of avocado toast. I mean, he's totally gone TB12 all the way. So, Cam, what are your thoughts on that and your takeaway from the game? And our question for Nick.
New England, we will live and die by Brady forever. So, of course, I'm supporting Brady. But I think the big key from the game, we talked about the offense on Sunday night, was, Brady got short fields, but he converted every time. Brees got a short field, he didn't get in the end zone. Every time Brady got a short field, he finished the drive. I think that was huge. I think just the whole presence of Brady has affected your entire team. Everyone, the guys in that team were ready to go. Your defense had a great game. It was a ferocious game from both defenses, both loaded defenses. And I think that everybody in the Bucs knows if we keep it close, Brady's going to get it done. And that's what happened.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and disagree. As far as the mentality goes with the team, yeah, I think, Brady has these boys believing. He's been the difference in this team for sure. But when we're talking that one, I thought Brady played okay. I don't think that was his best game by any means. I thought.
Nick, we're kind of breaking up there a little bit. I just want to make sure we're coming through clear. Nick, you still there with us? I think Nick is prepared. You kind of broke up there, Nick. I don't know if Nick's out training for Conor McGregor himself. Nick, are we coming in clear there for you? So Nick, we lost Nick. Nick is all over the place. But yeah, we appreciate him calling in. He said he had about 5 to 10 minutes. He said he was going to try to give us 15, but so we got Nick there. If we get him back on the next minute or two, we'll patch him through. If not, we're going to send Cam right now. We may have to get Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, we'll get the whole group. But we appreciate Nick calling in. We think we might have Nick back. Let's give him one more shot. Nick, you there? One last time. Nick, are you still there? Nick's freezing up. So I don't know what's going on there, Nick. We got you patched in. Nick, you there? Yeah, we're losing Nick. I don't know what's going on there. But so it's all good. No worries. That's part of the process there, but we got everything wrapped up there. What I was going to say, the one question I did want to ask Nick that I wanted to get to within the 10 minutes we had was about Vita Vea. Vita Vea, and Cam, you broke this. You saw this. I was stunned because he's on the IR. Nobody thought he was going to come back. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of Tom Brady. The beauty of Tom Brady is with Vita Vea. Nick, are you there?
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. So we figure we give you one more shot here. We might only have you for another minute or two. So Vita Vea, what are your thoughts on him potentially playing in the game?
Listen, I think whenever you can get one of your stars back in the lineup, that's great. Just having him on the sidelines, even if he doesn't get into the game, I think gives this team the extra fuel they need to go into Lambeau Field and defeat the Packers, which is obviously not going to be easy. So whether he plays or not, if he's just on the sidelines, I think that has an impact on this team. Getting him in there obviously would be a home run.
Absolutely. So, Nick, last question for you. We appreciate your time. I think we're going to have to. There's no other choice, but in a couple weeks now. Are you going in the studio live now with everything going on? Are you in the studio?
Yeah, we are in the studio. We are live in there. It's basically the way it works is it's all on-air people that are in the building. All the people that are in the sales and promotions and all of that, all working from home. But yeah, the programming teams are all in the building every day.
So all the common folk have to stay at home. Only the VIPs, on-air talent, are the ones that get the keys to the kingdom, the golden microphone. Is that pretty much it?
You said it, not me. But
I said it, not Nick. I said it. But yeah, so what I want to say, Nick, so yeah, when things get better in these next couple months, we're going to have to come into the studio and do this live so we can see the gold flowing Tom Brady hair. How does that sound?
Sounds good, man. Whenever they let people into the building, we might have to do that. It's weird now. Like, we literally can't have anyone in there. I've had a few people reach out about doing tours, and like they're just so strict on I can't even have my fiance in the studio, which is good.
Wow.
It's probably a good thing, but yeah, they're very strict on the building access. Like, they basically all the employees. We have like a little electronic key that gets us into the building, and like all of the employees' keys have been turned off other than the people that have building access. But look, I cut out on you guys on the bridge, so don't feel like you have to end it now. Like I definitely owe you some more time. So you guys make it sound like you're saying bye to me. Let's keep talking football.
Okay, so you got it. Was it the Skyway Bridge or something like that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I was going over the Gandhi and lost you. My bad. I apologize.
That's all good. Yeah, it's all good. We weren't sure where you were going. I was like, is he going over a bridge? Is he in a crazy part of town? No. So, yeah, we got you. But, yeah, when do you think we're going to get back to football. When do you think that they will release those, get more flexible with guests and so forth in the studio? A couple months maybe?
Dude, I have no idea. I mean, we thought all this was going to last just 2 weeks, right?
That's true.
That's true. It's been 10 months.
So Cam, let's get Cam back in here. Cam's in New England. Obviously, don't hold that against him. But what's another question you got for Nick here regarding the upcoming game? Let's get to the upcoming game against the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, you brought up you're bringing Vita Vea back. I think it's huge if you can neutralize Aaron Jones and make I want to say this, make Rodgers throw the football. I mean, the Packers want to do it anyway. But we all know the weather is not going to affect Brady. I mean, I think I saw the early forecast for Sunday is going to be in the mid to high 20s and maybe some snow. That's not going to bother Brady. Brady played 4 years in Michigan, 20 years in New England. Do you worry it's going to affect the rest of the team?
No, these guys are football players. These guys are tough guys. I don't think cold weather is a big factor in this game. I mean, it's obviously a factor. It is cold. It is hard to play in. But when it comes to wins and losses, I don't think the weather will determine the game in that kind of way. Now, if you're talking, 30, 40 mile an hour winds, then I think, or even maybe snow, that could maybe have an impact. But just straight up cold weather, these guys are going to be fine. They'll be ready to go. I mean, there was a period in time where, back when the Buccaneers played in the Central, it was just recently they won their first game in under 40-degree weather. So, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm one of those guys that thinks, unless there's snow involved or high winds, like these guys are all grown men, football players. I don't think 20-degree weather is going to affect anybody on this team. I think they're going to be ready to go, and they're going to put their best foot forward. I expect a really good game on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, right now, Green Bay is a 3-point favorite in Green Bay, which, considering you get 3 points for being the home team, is really not that significant. I really think this is a pick-em game. I mean, of course, I love the Bucs. The Bucs I want to win. I think the Bucs have a great shot. This is one of the best Buccaneer teams I've ever seen. This includes, in my opinion, the Super Bowl team from 2002. Just with because that defense was obviously better, but this offense is substantially better. And considering that Mike Evans had 1 catch for 3 yards, like you alluded to, some of the other guys, Godwin only had 4 catches for 34. Antonio Brown wasn't a big factor. So the fact that we were able to win by 10 points against the Saints, to me, is very positive. I would love if Vita Vea, even if he's only able to be out there for 8 to 10 plays, I think that would be huge because the Bucs have had the best run defense all year, and I look forward to the game. So what are your predictions, Nick, for the game?
Well, you guys aren't going to like this, but
let's hear it. Give it to us.
I can't really see, I won't be shocked if they come out, but I really think truly deep down, I think Green Bay is going to win this football game. I think Green Bay is going to win by a field goal. Really what it's going to happen, it's going to come down to who has the ball last. Is it going to be Tom Brady or is it going to be Aaron Rodgers? But I think at the end of the day, I do see Green Bay winning this game and going to the Super Bowl. The story of being the first team to ever play in their home stadium just sounds too good to be true. It reminds me of when Minnesota, a couple years ago had the opportunity to do that. They went into Philly. They lost in the cold weather and missed out on the opportunity to play in their home stadium in Minnesota. And I kind of see the Bucs doing the same thing. I think, look, I'm not one of those guys that thinks this is a Super Bowl or bust. You have Tom Brady next year too. I think you have to win one while he's here, but I don't think it has to be this year. And I think they've already the fact that they won 1 playoff game was good for me, and then they went out there and beat the Saints, which I did pick them to win that game. I'm already impressed with this team, and they've accomplished enough to call it a good year in my book. And I can't see them beating the Packers in Green Bay. Now, if this game was in Tampa Bay, I would feel differently about it. But the fact that it's in Green Bay, I'm leaning towards Green Bay in this game if it was a pick 'em line.
There you go. Well, I can't say that warms my heart, but I appreciate your honest opinion. I'm taking the Bucs all the way. I believe in Tom Brady. I've learned.
Now, are you giving me your honest opinion, or are you giving me your homer opinion?
No, I'm giving you my honest opinion, because here's how I look at it like this. Let me break this down. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest of all time. No doubt about that. It's in Green Bay. There's not going to be 80,000 fans in there, number one, even if it's snowing. Tom Brady's from New England. If he was a dome quarterback, if he was Peyton Manning on this team, I'd say there'd be no shot. Drew Brees. Tom Brady is comfortable in the snow. Tom Brady will roll around in the snow. He is not afraid. And I believe this team is confident more than ever with Tom Brady. You could see the belief last game. They have the best run defense in the league. And I do think, and remember, people forget, we, as in Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's my team, we beat this same Green Bay Packers team 38-10 early in the year. I was skeptical then. So if you ask me early in the season, did I think we were going to win that game? I said, no way. That this Green Bay team is too good. But right now, the Bucs are hitting on all cylinders. I think we're going to, with Devin White and Levante David, Ndamukong Suh, all our guys, we're going to be blitzing like Aaron Rodgers like crazy. And I think with Vita V back and Ndamukong Suh in the middle, I think we can neutralize the run. So given all those things, I like the Bucs' chances.
Yeah, just look at it like, I was confident in the Bucs going into the Saints. Even though the Saints had put up 38 on the previous game and the Bucs had only scored 3, it's kind of the same situation the Bucs are going into this Green Bay game. They're the team that, destroyed Green Bay. And then, when the Bucs went into New Orleans was the team that destroyed the Bucs. So they're kind of on the opposite side of the table in this game. And I kind of see it playing out very similar to the way the New Orleans and Tampa Bay game wrapped up. And I just, at the end of the day, I'm going to have a hard time picking against Green Bay. I had Green Bay going to the Super Bowl when the season started against the Chiefs, and I got to ride that out. Now, in my heart, will I be rooting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Absolutely. But I don't see them winning this football game. And when you ask me as an analyst and a straight-up opinion of who's going to win, I see Green Bay as the better football team right now.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, I think both of these teams are close. I think the Bucs are a lot better now, these last 4 games, than they were the first 4 games. So that's my take on that. So, we appreciate you calling back, Nick. Great takes. You don't always have to agree. That's the beauty of Smash Mouth Sports. Now, last question. This is more of a curiosity because I heard you recently on, the Pat and Aaron show. Which show do you focus on the most of all your shows? Like, what is your flagship show?
Well, I mean, Zach and I obviously are doing our things on 95.3 WDAE, but as far as, I have a great time going and messing with Pat and Aaron. Those are great guys. They have an amazing show, and, I like having fun with everybody on that station. My main show is honestly 93.3 FLZ and running that radio station.
Sure.
And the sports has just always been a true passion of mine, and I got an opportunity at DAE, and I'm just kind of running with it as far as I can, and appreciate all of those guys for letting me join their shows and come on there and just talk sports with them at the office, because that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, Nick, we don't want to hold you up too long. We appreciate you calling in, and we thanks again for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, one thing though, Cam, I know how you're rooting for Brady because your team didn't do very well this year. I'm actually from Detroit, and being from Detroit, the Lions never do anything. And outside of Boston, everybody hates the Patriots and Tom Brady, except people in Michigan because, he went to college and played for my Wolverines. So I know what it's like to root for Brady because your team sucks. I've been doing that my whole life. So
hey, Detroit's a great city. Detroit's the most underrated city in America. So I loved I visited there a few years ago. Detroit's a great city.
It really is. It is a great city. It just unfortunately has not seen good football in a long time.
That's true.
Nick, I got to ask you, since you brought this up, I didn't realize you were from Detroit. Dan Campbell, head coach. You got to give me a quick take on that. Are you, as a Detroit fan, are you saying, "Oh, this is the greatest hire," or are you ready to fly to Detroit and burn down the stadium? Which side are you leaning towards?
I've learned my lesson when it comes to these GM hires and these coaching hires. It always cracks me up to watch fans, go at it on social media and share their opinion and, say a GM hire sucks or a coach hire. Like, I've seen a lot of people bash the Lions for the hire of their general manager. He was the director of college scouting for the Rams. And it's like, well, how much do you really know about this director of college sports for LA? Like, how much do you really know about them? And a couple years ago when we hired Matt Patricia, that was the guy I wanted. I thought he was going to be great. And, I was wrong. And so when it comes to these hires, I really hold back my opinion and just kind of let them play out, because when it comes to, is he the right coach or is he the right GM? That's so deep. Like, nobody really knows. And unless you're going to get a guy, come into Detroit like Bill Belichick or Sean Payton, how am I really going to know what this new person's going to do? Now, when I watch videos and watch the way he handles his locker room and look at the things that he did in Miami when he was the interim coach after Joe Philbin got fired, I'm intrigued. The Lions were going for a leader of men, and I think that's why Robert Saleh was a candidate for them. And I think this is, a guy that's very similar to Robert Saleh. Why that didn't work out with Saleh, I'm not sure. I mean, they even had state legislators, writing letters to the Lions about hiring this guy, and whatever happened there is kind of odd. I thought it was the perfect story, but after he was hired by the Jets, I didn't really get bent out of shape because you really don't know what any of these guys are going to do. It's hard to sit here and say, is this a good move or a bad move? I'm going to root for that person and hope they do a great job. And if they don't, I'll be here in 3 years commenting on the next coach.
Absolutely. Well, again, Nick, thanks for your time. We'll have to do this again, whether it's a month or a couple months when everything opens up at all the studios, and we'll go from there.
Anytime, fellas. Anytime. I had a blast. Thank you for
Thanks
having
again.
me on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks again, Nick. Have a great night.
See you, fellas.
See you.
Like and subscribe to the channel, baby.